Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Finds of Yesterday and I sell on Poshmark, Mercari, and mostly eBay. And thank you for coming to check my video out today. We're talking sales. Sales for September. The top 25 sales of the month. So stay tuned till the end because I'm going to give you my biggest sale of the month. So let's jump right in and see what's sold. All right, let's get started with the top 25 sales for September. This first one is a Marlin's train car set, and I paid $4.50 for this a while back at a yard sale with a whole bunch of other train cars. It sold for, with shipping, all of the prices I'm giving you are the sold price with shipping. So it's $46.74 is what they paid. My profit on this was $26.61. I always pick up train cars if they're at a really decent price, and this was. Next one is a Tory Burch women's shoes, slip-on type shoes, and they have an interesting base to them. They're kind of a rope-like base to them. Anyway, this was a 8.5 size medium width. I paid $8 for it at a thrift store. It did take a while to sell, a couple months or so, but it sold for $61.10. Again, that's with shipping. And my profit on this was $37.06. Next, we have this glass hurricane lantern that I paid like 50 cents for. And I wouldn't have bought this. It came with a lot of other things. I think I got it in an auction in a box full of stuff. So I estimated about 50 cents I paid for it. And it sold for $35.79 with shipping. And my profit on this was $21.10. This next one I got just in time for Halloween, and it's a spooky village castle, and it has all these sounds and lights on it. And it was a really cool piece, and it was still new in the box. She never even cut it out of the box yet. And I paid $4 for it at a yard sale, and it sold for $50.73. And my profit on it was $25.90. It was fairly expensive to ship. This number 5 was a Christmas Nativity wood carousel. And when you light the candles on this, it makes the fan blades spin around. So this one, they call it a nativity because of the little figures in the middle here. And it's usually German. The German ones do sell for more, but this particular one was a reproduction. I think maybe even was sold at Walmart or Target or one of the department stores. I did pay $3 for it at an auction, and the sold price was $51.74. That was with shipping. My profit was $32.99. Next one is a Valencia collection Roman figure. She's so pretty. She's so nicely done and high gloss. And I picked her up thinking there's something a little bit special about her. So I flipped it over, and I did end up looking this up, and her prices were selling pretty well. So I paid $3.50 for her. She sold for $48.89. And my profit on this was $27.79. This next one, we were on vacation and I made my husband stop at a Goodwill. This Goodwill just put this book on the shelf as I was looking at the books, and it was $2 I paid for it. With tax, 25 cents, so I paid $2.25 for it. It's from 1875. It was kind of fragile, but still held together. The binding was still good on it, and it was leather bound. I sold it for $56.96, and the profit on it was $39.41. This next one is a handmade rubber Santa figure, and I could tell he was older. I think you can kind of tell by the material that they use, the felt clothing they put on them, and the face usually. This one is from Poland, and let's see, I paid $2 for it. And it sold for $40.69, and I made a profit of $28.91. He's only 8 inches tall. He's not real big either. So always keep your eye out for the Russian, the German, and the Poland ones. They're usually vintage or older and just sell for good money. This next one I found at a yard sale as well for $3. And she had a couple of them and I bought all of them. This one sold for $69.90 and my profit on it was $50.09. This next one is a Hoover steam hand upholstery. I got this in an auction box full of stuff. Didn't really have any use for it. It came with the cleaner and accessories, and I ended up just selling off the pieces. And this sold for, I would say it was $0 because I bought the box for one other thing, and all this other stuff, all these extra boxes came with it. So I paid $0 for it really. And it sold for $38.90, and my profit was $23.11. This next one is this beautiful butterfly brooch by Regency. I paid $7.65 for it in a lot of other jewelry. And this box was the best box I ever bought. So this is probably the most I've ever paid for any kind of costume jewelry. I know that's sad, but I have the opportunity to buy so much jewelry. It's hard to pay more than $5 for any piece. So this came with the earrings. Again, I paid $7.65. It sold for $59.30, and my profit was $40.08 on this. This one I also got at a rummage sale, a church rummage sale. It's a Bogoff necklace and bracelet set, and I paid $3 for it. It sold for $34.30, and my profit was $23.64. This next one is a Betty Crocker's cookbook. I don't buy a whole lot of cookbooks, but I always know that Betty Crocker is a good one to pick up. This one had a whole bunch of extra cutout recipes, old time recipes, and I threw them all in with it. And again, I always search out for Betty Crocker books. This isn't the best-selling one, but this is one of them from 1956, and I paid $1.50 for it, and it sold for $39.70. My profit is $23.45. The next couple items I did a video on, and I purchased a whole bunch of these at an estate sale, and they're all German. They're real little. This one was 2.75 inches tall. I paid I paid $5 for this piece. And if you're probably thinking $5 for that, but I knew it was a good one. It's an Erzgebirge, which is German. It says Erzgebirgisch on the bottom, but it's an Erzgebirge wood bunny. They always are handcrafted, nicely done. And I sold it for $43.95, and my profit was $28.88. The next one is a Denmark piece. It's an egg cup. It's called Liholmer, and it's wooden. And I paid $2 for it at the same sale. This one sold for $35, and my profit was $24.56. I also found some LL Bean boots, women's boots, at a yard sale for $3. These sold for $39.89. My profit was $23.98. Next one is a Heartwood Creek Jim Shore Santa. I paid $3.50 for this at a thrift store. You always want to keep your eye out for Jim Shore, but don't pay over $10. And I think $10 is kind of steep for some. I would prefer to pay $5, maybe $6, $7, but anyway, these usually sell pretty good. I kept getting lowball offers on it. It ended up selling for $30. That was with shipping. So my profit on this was $22.33. This next one is a double brooch. In other words, they're pin backed, and it's by Coro, C-O-R-O. And I bought them for about $1, and I sold them for $44.80. My profit was $34.49. Any kind of jewelry that has a brand on it that you can tell is older is definitely worth looking into or picking up if you can get it cheap. I usually pay about $1 for my jewelry, and that's about the average price for them. Here's another Erzgebirge wood bunny smoker. So this one has a little incense burner. You put a little triangle shaped incense piece on this and light it, and then the smoke comes out of his mouth. I paid $8 for this one. I was on a roll that day and really spent more than I would have on a lot of pieces, but I paid $8 for them. I did sell them for $45.50, so it's still not a bad deal. My profit was $26.37. Did I tell you he is from Germany? I don't have a bottom picture here. Oh, this one does not have the sticker anymore. It was on there. Next one is a Francoma soup tureen, and I had it for a while. I really thought it would sell faster, but I only paid $3.25 for this. I don't remember where. And my sold price was $44.64 on it, and my profit was $24.06. It's a really nice piece, and it does have these double rings. You can see it's terracotta clay. It says Francoma inside here. All right, next one is this vintage sterling silver rosary from Italy. Nice piece. And this sold for $29.98. I only paid 50 cents for it, probably at a thrift store or a yard sale. And my profit on it was $22.15. I always keep my eye out for rosaries. Next one are these 6 velvet ball ornaments. This came in an auction lot with a whole bunch of other ornaments, and I sorted out all the ornaments and ended up with 6 of these, and they're all made with a velvet material, and I'm sure they're made in India. And this sold for $34.90, and my profit was $26.11. The next one is some Echo shoes. A friend of mine gave me a whole box of her shoes, and this was in it, so I paid $0 for it. These sold for $35.10. My profit was $22.01. This next one is a red clay plate. Anytime I see pottery that has a potter's name on the back, or it looks like it's handmade pottery, which you can tell just by looking at this, it's not perfect. There's flaws, or it's rough. A lot of times that's a sign that it's handmade, and this had this cool Southwest pattern on it, and I paid 25 cents for it at I think it was a thrift store, or no, a yard sale, I'm sorry. And I sold it for $35.30, and my profit on it was $20.76. Now the last one is the bonus one. It's the 25th one actually, and it's my best sale for the whole month. And let's click on it. It is a Raleigh Hydosmat Reliner. That is German. And I don't speak German, so I butchered that name. So this piece came in a basket with 3 or 4 other pieces from the same type of camera, and they only wanted $4 for it. It was at a flea market. I took the whole basket for $4 and sold off these pieces for about $80 for one, $90 for another. This is the third one, I think, and I have it listed at $129. I sold it for $129.99, and that was with free shipping, and I only really paid $1 for it. So my profit on this one was $111.55. So that was the best sale of September for me. Even though it was a slow month, I was still pretty happy with the sales. Could have been better, but I'm still pretty happy with them. And October's shaping up to look a little bit better. So we'll see how this month goes. Thank you for joining me. I hope you got something out of this video, and like and subscribe. See you in the next one.